Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about mental resilience. Now the posh name for that is cognitive resilience, and all that means is resilience when it comes to thinking and our thinking processes and problem solving skills. So things like how we would go about solving a particularly tricky maths problem, that kind of thing. Okay, so now it's building up the resilience when it comes to cognitive resilience is all about learning how to think in a more adaptable, creative and flexible way rather than thinking, oh, we can't do it that way, that's it. We think differently. Okay, so, and this helps us deal well with problems when they come up. So, and let's face it, we've all had plans cancelled and different things that have come up this year, haven't we? It's been one of those years, haven't we, where we've not been able to see the people we want to see. Holidays have been cancelled, we've not been able to have play dates or whatever it is, and we've all had new guidelines to get used to, haven't we? And we've not been able to do things we normally do in the way we'd normally do them. And it's been a whole year for creative thinking, hasn't it? And this is what it wants to encourage. Okay, so let's see, what have we got today? Yes, so it's really about building on what I've mentioned before called the growth mindset. It's all about thinking, right, okay, we can't do things this way, but can we do it differently? And just having that positive attitude to something, because yeah, life's going to throw those curved balls, those difficult problems. You know, you had things all planned and then suddenly can't do it. Can we do it differently? So I'll give you an example. Halloween, often we'll go out trick-or-treating, but this year of course we couldn't. It was just not going to be safe, was it? So, and we thought, oh, Halloween could shape up to be a bit boring this year. What should we do? So instead, what we did around our house is myself and my husband, we put on stupid hats and props and costumes, and we took it in turns to hide behind different doors in our house, and the kids went around and knocked on the door, each individual door, and got a different treat, and we put on stupid voices, we told jokes, we gave them puzzles to do, things like that. And actually it was hilarious. We had an absolute hoot. So it just is one of those ways that you go, right, okay, we can't do it this way. We could have just sat in the living room going, oh, we can't do trick-or-treating, and just being really grumpy about it. But we thought, how can we do it differently? Okay, so let's have a look next. Now, there's some particular scenarios where actually thinking about problems like that can be really helpful. So particularly in conflict, in arguments. So you have a couple of friends and one of them says, oh, I want to play this game, I want to do this, I want to kick the football around. Another one goes, oh no, I want us to do this, let's go and do this. How do we solve those problems? And often it's a way of not necessarily choosing between one thing or another, but thinking completely differently. Okay, so that can be quite tricky. And why is this important to resilience and to mental health? Because if you get into the habit of thinking creatively and differently and not letting problems stop you with the little things, then actually when big things come along, you will then have the skills to deal with it better. And it doesn't mean the difficult things are not going to happen, and it doesn't mean they're not going to be hard to go through, but having that attitude of, okay, I can learn from this. It's really hard right now, but I can learn from this and I can grow, and actually maybe sometimes further down the line good things can come out of it. And it's realising that that creative thinking and that positive thinking can help you enormously. So it's good habits to get into. Okay, now you've got some activities to do. I don't know how much time you've got now, but there are some quizzes, there's maybe a little video, it depends how much you've got time for. I'll let your teacher explain. Okay, take care, see you next time.